Thanks very much, guys, as we move now on to game number 2 here. Second semi-final of the day, and this tournament's just been fantastic from start to finish.
It's been bringing us a lot of fantastic games, and this series is looking to be a good one as we can load into the next map. Of course, it is going to be Ohana, a smaller two-player map, a more aggressive two-player map between these two players. And Dream currently leading 1-0 over the favorite.
Yeah, he's doing pretty darn well for himself. So spawning down to the bottom right-hand corner here as our blue Terran. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for MVP Dream! And up to the top left-hand corner here as our red Protoss, pegged as one of the favorites to take the entire thing. But now he needs your cheers with one game down. Give it up for that man, SK2's PartinG!
PartinG is a tournament winner. He posted on Twitter, just a couple of hours ago saying this was his tournament. He was going to win it. But not at the moment. The way he's going, he is currently trailing 0-1. Though his opponent, Dream, the one foreign tournament he did go prior to this was the Spring Arena number 2, which was way back. It's like almost a year ago, and he was only 15 years of age when he went there. And we already saw great talent at that tournament. In the winners bracket, he lost versus Symbol, who was at that point one of the best Zergs out there. That was his peak. And then he dropped down to the loser bracket, beat Idra, beat Lysira, beat Bly, and then beat Lenok. And we saw that kind of display of high skill at a very young age, at a very, a fantastic set of games from him. And we're seeing it here again. He's shown fantastic play at this tournament.
Yeah, Dream's just playing phenomenally. PartinG's gonna have a hard task ahead of him if he really wants to bring the thunder here to Dream. Dream's just, he's looking very, very good. I mean, PartinG has always looked good. It's hard to really doubt the guy at this point in time, but Dream, well, all he has to do here is clinch 2 more games, then he shall be in the final playing against the IEM player.
Well, Dream has scouted this second gas by PartinG, and both of them playing a little bit of mind games. We had the wall off once again by Dream, but he is still going command center, hiding information that was very vital in the previous game, as QC pointed out. But likewise is PartinG. He's got double gas down. This can easily be tech, but it could easily also be a command center and saving the gas for something else, such as sentries, such as taking up straight away after. Both of them now in a stage of where they have to keep information coming. They have to keep scouting, they have to keep picking up intel, otherwise they will be playing in the dark.
Yeah, that's true here. PartinG for now really needs to spot these 2 racks. Well, I mean, just spot those 2 racks going down fully. It's something that's very, very common here from Terran. But meanwhile, we have PartinG opening up with Robo Facility on 1 base. This almost feels very kind of 1-1-1 defense-esque. And on the map like this, I'm not too surprised because of how common 1-1-1 can actually be from Terrans on this.
Yeah, it is definitely a very defensive opening here by PartinG. And I guess he should be looking to get his Nexus down very shortly here. But what we did see in his previous series versus Yoda is once you get a robotics facility so early on, yes, it's good versus defending. You do delay your Nexus by a little bit, but you can start a mortal production very early, and there are specific Protoss timings that you can hit with this.
Yeah.
You can get in there before the medivacs are ready. You can do a lot of damage depending on how this goes. We do have an observer first made, and by the time that probe goes and puts minerals back into the Nexus, he should be able to go and expand. And this is going to be very confusing for Dream. Sees no Nexus, but there is going to be one as soon as he leaves.
Yeah, sees the zapping of the sentries. Sentries not exactly the most amazing offensive unit, other than the fact that you can put those force fields behind bunkers. He does get vision of the Nexus, so that's a good little scout there for Dream. Meanwhile, just a few more sentries on the way. And you're right, like if he does crank out 1 or 2 Immortals, this many sentries for some defensive capability, it almost feels as if he wouldn't really need this many right at this moment in time. So I think maybe a push is imminent.
4 sentries at this point is not defensive.
Yeah.
He is banking energy right now. He's saving energy to go and use a lot of force fields. He's building an immortal. He's getting another gateway down. PartinG is going to move across the map. He's going to hit a timing before Medivacs come out, and he's going to try and do as much damage as physically possible. He's now going to go into the base with the Observer, which Dream has a heads up about. It's not like he saw the Observer coming. It was more that this is kind of roughly the time that through the build that I presume PartinG's gone for due to the lateness of his Nexus, an Observer must be coming soon, and that's what Dream is looking for.
That shows a meticulousness in covering all his bases and his practice here. A lot of the Koreans are well known for playing off race, and these are the kinds of timings that you get to know just through doing that, as well as studying your opponents so accurately. For now, that Observer sharking around does see the starport going down, and hasn't been spotted just yet by Dream.
Yeah, and what we're going to see now is PartinG move out. He's seen the starport being built. He's got his gateways coming down. This is what he's going to do. He's going to clear out the observers. Clear out the Zelnaga towers. The observers get him the information he wants. It doesn't matter about it going down now. Of course, he would like some high ground vision, but he's got what he wanted from that. He's making his movement across. He's got a pylon building on the right-hand side of the map. Dream sees it coming now. Is he going to be able to defend them? Medivacs are not out yet. They're not even on their way. And PartinG's looking to break this down. The bunkers are being built, Kalaris, but I don't know if they're going to be up in time.
Yeah, we'll have to see here. He does have the advantage of that wall of supply depots as well, though that's quite nice. He had a bunker there, but he salvaged it just before actually this grated him. The one bunker does go down. This is a lot of firepower here that PartinG has. He's trying to pull the SCVs off. He needs to try and repair that, but against Immortals, it's so hard to try and repair these buildings.
And Dream is feeling the pressure. He's supply block now. These supply depots are going down, and Dream is in a bit of a difficult position. PartinG has to keep on morphing units, and he may be able to break down Dream and level this series up, but it's no way near over yet.
So heavily supply blocked right now. He's making 2 more supply depots behind all this. These bunkers need to finish. He needs to get them up and running. One of them is so damn close. The Immortal's not in the right position to actually take that down, but the force fields go down once again. He prevents all repair from it. All the bio is kept behind all of the force fields once again. Dream still supply blocked. He can't make any more units whilst PartinG continues to bolster that force.
Look how early those 4 sentries are paying their role, or using their role in this game. They are laying down force field after force field. Unfortunately, they are running out now. Medivacs are here too. Combat shield is on its way. PartinG has to go before more Medivacs come out, before more units come. He's running out of time with this assault. Remember, gateway units and Immortals not that good against heavy amounts of Marine Marauders.
Oh, those 2 force fields were very, very nice, cutting off a lot of that bio there. He's forced to lift up the command center, trying to alleviate himself some room to actually get around the corner here. More force fields sealing off a lot of this bio. PartinG with a 30 supply lead as he does push through even more of these Marines. It looks like he's going to be able to break the natural, and indeed he will do, killing off so much of the bio force.
And PartinG looks like he's done it. 80 supply to 40, doubling his opponent's supply. Goodbye, supply depots. And PartinG says, knock, knock, who's there? It's time for me to draw this series up and show you who's a world champion in this game. Show you who's more experienced. GG. And PartinG dominates Dream in game number 2.
Knock, knock, choo, choo, GG. PartinG is here in game number 2, tying up the series, but don't take it away from Dream whatsoever. He got really unlucky there with having to salvage that bunker literally seconds before that hit. If that had been there, it might have been a little bit of a different story.
And a bit of a pain in the bum with those supply depots in front of those bunkers. Supply blocked him incredibly hard, and Dream feeling the force of PartinG in that game. PartinG absolutely showing him who is boss. And now, as you can see, Dream trying to keep focus, keep calm, more importantly, with a lack of experience at the highest level, playing in front of a crowd, which of course PartinG has loved, and they are clearly cheering for him. Dream has to keep composed.
Yeah, he really does here. We are gonna flip it right over on to the analysis desk with Jarrett, Todd, and QXC.
Knock, knock, choo, choo, GG.
That was it.
That was it, right?
I'm not sure why he said that.
I don't know either. SK Telecom T1 PartinG coming back with a really strong performance. And getting to the build is a bit weird. The 2-gate robo, we were talking about what his intentions were. I guess it was to smash face, but you can provide a better description than I can.
Yeah, the 2-gate robo, it seems like part of its function is to be safe, because you're getting that very early observer. 2 gateways means you're going to have a little bit more units, and as opposed to if you did a 1-gate robo. And at the same time, it sets him up very nicely for this I think it's three immortals, 2 immortals. The immortal plus sentry timing attack with the 4 gateways behind it.
So PartinG, I feel like he's invented a new build. He's bringing the Soul Train in PVT, and we can jump into the replay here and see the timing is exactly trying to hit. He opens with 2 wall gates and 1 robo. He gets a couple sentries out, at least 4. He gets 2 immortals. He moves. He starts moving across the map, and you know what? Dream salvaging that bunker, definitely not a safe thing to do here. He felt very comfortable moving out. He was about to get medivacs, and sometimes you get overeager, and I really feel that this is what happened here.
You know, I didn't notice that. Wait, go to his starport. Look at how long. Hold on, can we see when that's, can you back up? That starport is sitting there for a long time. Oh, maybe not that long. Can you open the time thing? Okay, so starport finishes at 8:15, and I'm kind of feeling like this is actually one of the more significant mistakes in this game. Obviously, salvaging the bunker is very significant. But
yeah, but he had to prioritize, and the priority was getting those bunkers up. But yeah, now he does finally swap. It took him quite a while here.
Yeah, it was almost 30 seconds late on those medevacs. Medevacs make a huge difference in basically everything in this matchup.
And basically, I feel like PartinG is trying to hit a pre-upgrades, pre-medivac timing here, where he will do a lot of damage a lot of the time, and if he does not do a lot of damage, it means that the Terran has made enough units so that PartinG will be ahead economically. So he goes for the late expansion and gets sentries immortal first just to make damage, and damage he will deal here. He's able to kill that first bunker here, and you know, PartinG, when you have as good force fields as he does, I feel like you can really exploit that by going for this kind of strategy that he made just now. We know that about his 1-1-1 rush versus Zerg, the immortal push, but now he's even brought that into PVT somehow. And you know, he hit just as Team finished, but there was no medivacs yet, and there was no +1, so the timing here was so crisp. And PartinG, he read the game so well here, in a way that he already killed a lot here, but he knows he has enough force fields to draw a line, which is exactly what he's going to do here. But behind this, he knows his skills so much that he does not need to try to go in and finish his opponents. He just pulled back here for a second. You see, he made all those force fields. He saw they were going to expire, and he might have lost everything to those team units. He made those medivacs spend a lot of energy as well. He pulls back, he regroups, he waits for some more warps, he macros. You see, he's saturating everything, and this was just so well executed overall by him.
Yeah, he does a really good job of not overextending. He knows when he needs to wait for the next warp in. He knows when he can go in and continue to do pressure. And his force fields here constantly cutting off the units. It makes it very hard to defend this kind of pressure unless you have some bunkers.
And in the meantime, he even started preparing the follow-up with the Robo Bay, so he could have even gone for Colossi. He knew he had killed a bunch of SCVs already, 20 in total, bringing Dream down to 21 SCVs. So PartinG equalizing the score here. Very convincing play in the second game. Compared to first game, no mistakes here basically, and just such an interesting push. Dream, I feel like this bunker salvage was such a big deal. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I
the
think
medivac, you're not gonna get over that, right?
No, that is a big deal too. 25 seconds. You're like, oh, his timing was so crisp. He didn't have medevacs yet. Like, yeah, because he forgot to build them. That's how crisp is. Like, medevacs should have been out with to defend that timing, and it just makes a tremendous difference. Usually, you're salvaging that bunker as your medevacs are like halfway done, and I think his medevacs would have been close to that point, especially if you can get the medevacs out early enough to engage that in open ground, getting a big 270-degree arc kind of thing, and it becomes very difficult for the Protoss to actually make those force fields work.
Well, I'll be eager to see how Dream responds to this. I mean, he's very young. He's 16. He obviously doesn't have the same amount of tournament experience as PartinG does. And when you lose, especially when you lose heavy-handedly, and especially if it's your own mistake like that, that can really throw you off mentally. And I'll be curious to see how he responds in the next game.
And also, one thing I'd like to mention, I think this push will be very strong against 3 Command Center. That might also be part of why he did it.
Yeah, I think it would be very, very difficult to hold.
All right, well, the next map is Daybreak. The players are in the game, the caches are ready, we're ready. Let's see what happens in Game 3.